Yesterday, we had to spend a lot of time together. Had to go out and check on some locations for some potential live broadcasts in the future. And had to meet with some clients and spend some time together, Bubba. And I got to say that I was a little taken back when I looked up and Chaz Bono was driving.
Some of you computer people, please put him in it.
Chaz Bono.
Don't do it.
Yes.
Well, we had Chaz Bono spotted on 280 in Birmingham yesterday.
Well, I walked up and I saw this convertible, and I thought Bubba was going to meet me here, and I kept looking around for you, couldn't find you, and then I looked, you were in it.
Rick, yeah, it's really probably a little out of character for me, but as you talked about earlier, we don't have a company car right now, and I was forced to do something I haven't had to do in probably 10 years, and that's to buy a car. I
got to tell you,
did you ever buy one?
Did I tell you something? Free automobiles are very addictive.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's one of the cooler perks here.
Right.
That and pizza.
Yeah,
so
you're driving around in a sports car convertible. I'm driving a Southern Comfort conversion van.
Right, which, see, I love that van. And there's been many times I went, I ought to call Rick and see if he'll let me borrow. I go, no, that's just, you don't borrow people's cars. That's like, using their shoes.
Yeah.
But, you look at my past vehicle history in recent times. Truck, minivan, okay, convertible. It doesn't seem to go with the last two have been a little.
No, I noticed you started that at a convenient time. You went through the sports car thing once before, right?
Yeah,
I remember that back before you had children.
Right, and that had to go away. And I had a what was it? It was a Nissan.
You a 280Z
It wasn't a
guy?
Nissan. It was a Mitsubishi.
No. Back before that. I'm going way back.
You were a
I'm going back to
ZX guy.
college.
What-
No,
you a
I'm
ZX
going
guy?
back recent, like that. That was
Yeah, I
one-
had a
this was-
Mitsubishi. What was the bigger one? I can't remember the name.
That was the big
3000.
Yeah.
3000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
GT
had,
3000.
yeah, I had
Emerald
one of those.
green. I remember when we had to pry it away from you when your
Yeah.
children were up.
Yeah, it became impractical with baby seats.
Kind of like this.
Yeah.
And I had a sports car too prior. It was a Nissan 280 2 plus 2.
I remember it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you've had a little sports car.
Oh yeah. But
draw to you.
I'm not a big car guy. I never have been. I don't. When people say what size engine's it got, I go, well, I don't know. I don't know what it's got.
Pretty good.
What kind of horsepower you got on the hood? Well, I don't know. It'll go, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. How much you want for it? Like it's that.
Yeah. What's one money on that? So, I don't know. I went out looking for an SUV type thing and ended up with a convertible sports car. It's kind of odd. I know. It's definitely an apples to orange transition. As a matter of fact, I talked to one of the salespeople I talked to. He said, well, that's not exactly what you were looking for. I said, no, it wasn't at the time.
Right. Now, what drew you to it? What made
I don't know.
What made you pull the trigger?
I don't know.
He told me he looked good driving it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you have finally completed. I'll say this: when I saw you in it yesterday with the top down like you liked it,
Yeah.
with your sunglasses on and your white hair blowing in the wind,
Which, by the way, owned me.
which, by the way, I thought to myself, if he'll just tie a sweater around his shoulders, he's headed to the tennis court.
Heading straight to the racket club.
Yeah, right to the racket club he goes.
Yeah, let me tell you my first brush with it, because I'm usually the first one here, okay? And we're in the parking deck.
Your first brush with it.
Yeah, now look, remember, and I'm not saying because Bubba had a week of, hey, I'm wearing a cap every day. He was dressing down. I said, Bubba's just relaxing, dressing down.
He was, yeah.
And that's great. Nothing wrong with that. He went through a good.
Now, does that mean there's weeks I dress up?
Well, technically,
but it's just.
But all of a sudden,
that means I was out of hair gel.
he
or I
had
was
been
going
wearing
hunting.
a cap about every day.
The outfits you were wearing, I put them under the category of it's your thunderstorm / ice warning outfit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He had it on.
I'm going to war.
End of
I'm
hunting
going to
season
war.
type
So I
stuff.
can't think exactly what day it was, but I'm down there in the deck and I look, and here comes this. And, the top's up, but it's convertible, nice. Anyway, I ain't gonna elaborate. And I'm thinking, who is that coming in here? Because I'm the only one in the deck. And I thought, man, I tell you,
You think the doctor from upstairs
I
is
said they're
here.
paying these cleanup guys pretty well around here to get a vehicle like that. And all of a sudden, the windows are kind of dark, and I'm looking, and all of a sudden that window goes down. And listen now, there ain't no hunting cap on.
No.
He had that hair like he liked it.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't out of place. Had his Kiva shirt on. It almost tucked in.
Kiva
As
Dunes.
close as you could get.
Kiva Dunes, close.
Whatever.
Goody.
It should be Kiva. What is that anyway?
Kiva Dunes is a golf course.
Well, see, I don't play golf because I don't care
Okay.
if it's Kiva or Kiva.
I understand.
All right, y'all good
C4,
with that?
C5, let's
Y'all all
move
right?
on. Yeah.
Anyway, and it's like music was playing behind him. He went from I got my Rick and Bubba hunting orange cap on in a pair of sweatpants till I'm in my bad ride and I'm looking sharp. That's Rick. He bought it because he looks sharp in it.
Oh, yeah.
That's
now,
it.
All right, now let's go back to my first encounter. I am on one of the busiest streets in the city. All right, we had just gone to 2 different locations and had a great time. But it was a long day, but we still had a lot of day left. And I come out and I look and I'm turning, and to my right there's about 3 lanes on this busy road, and there's just people going by. Well, the light turns red. And all of a sudden, I just see it coming from my back right.
It gets your attention.
And here it comes. And here comes this just convertible just sparkling. Okay. Windows down, sunroof. Not sunroof, but soft top down. All right.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to get it down.
Yeah. And Bubba is 10 and 2. All right, 10 and 2, and he's just looking over at me and smiling and says, "Hey," like that, and I could not stop laughing for half a day. I was screaming, "Ah!"
It looks like a commercial for that brand of car.
Yes,
right.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
And you're right, Greg. It's like he has not gone to the cap in it yet.
No.
And when he
Well,
gets
you
out of it,
can't.
he walks different. He's got a West Coast strut about it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it'd blow off.
I
Rick,
didn't know
so
I
he
had
can't
a-
wear a hat. Okay, and second of all, it would not go.
All right, let me let you peer into my world, because I mean,
Rick, he didn't even look sleepy when he rolled
No,
that
he
window
didn't.
down. He didn't even look sleepy.
Because we've been doing this 16 years. 16,
Right.
and we all know each other like a book. I knew something was up when this kept happening. Hey, man, so what are you going to do? I think I'm just going to drive the van. It's paid for. It sits at the house. It's awful big. So you just going to drive that van? Yeah, I probably will for a while. And he walked by and he was 6 again. What are you going to do about this new car? and what I realized is, all right, he's wanting to do something he wants me to draft with. Because if I'll do it too, he won't be. Hey, man, what do you think about doing?
I thought, and I'm gonna be straight
I
up
should have
with
just
you.
looked him in the eye and said, you know where I'm going today? Get me a sports car, a convertible. Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, because I know you want me to say
Hey,
that.
you know, I said, hey, Rick, me too.
Hey,
Me too. I'm going to do it because you're going to do it. I didn't think of it.
I'm not digging on you. This is straight up. I thought you had gotten Betty a car and you were just going to get it worked on.
I thought, what a Valentine's Day present. Is what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate her getting it for me.
Yeah, what a
Thanks, honey.
That's a good one. Look, honey, look what you bought me. Thank you. I know you knew nothing about it, but look.
yeah.
Sure.
that's
Hunter and
funny.
Caitlin can fit in the back. Sure.
Yeah, they'll just have to scrunch up a little bit. They're okay.
I have to sit Indian style.
You
We
know,
won't make long trips.
All right, Chris calls applesauce. We're going to the beach.
yeah, oh, buddy. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, it's a hey, I'll meet you there.
Yeah, I'm going to run blocker. I'm going to leave early before y'all. Make sure everything's good between here and there.
Yeah, you know what he thinks he is now? He's bandit.
Bandit.
He's got to go out there and
I got your front door.
Betty's in Snowman. He's
Hey, Daddy, why don't you load kids up and all that stuff you have to carry at the beach in your SUV you've been driving for years? I'll be bandit.
Yeah, Chaz is out.
How did you pull this off? How did you sell this?
No, listen.
I'm not sure he has.
My vehicle.
I don't either.
My vehicle was the older one. Right. So I was due. Well, I stagger them. I don't try to get them both at the same time.
Right.
I will give you this. You had put over what 200 on your truck.
Oh, I've got probably
How much more for
200,
it like it said?
212 on the truck. Of course, this diesel, it's gonna have to get 350. But I if I drove it every day, boy, it'd take a hit.
Well, that's the thing.
I got to get a lot more out of it.
Well, that's the thing
Out of that one.
I will eventually have to deal with. The Southern Comfort conversion van, when we got it, was solely because we had 7 people in the family, and we went on trips or going to church or whatever. We'd all get one vehicle.
Well, there's sometimes, Rick, gosh, I wish I had one of those.
But
Man, this would be so great to pile up in and
Oh,
head
it's
out.
great. But
great
but
TV.
it was mainly sitting for church and for long trips.
But I got over it and put my top down and just
saw
went
that.
on.
I saw that. So, but back to
to
your
the
point
club.
about your truck, and I'm trying to help you. Back to your point about your truck. that van gave us no issues as long as it was only driven every now and then. My concern now is it's become my everyday vehicle.
Sure, yeah.
And now you're just asking for parking issues. You're asking for trouble.
It's tough.
So hopefully it'll.
You won't catch an airplane at the airport, I'll tell you that.
I think I picked a bad time at our house of saying we're paying off all debt. I didn't know I was going to lose my free car.
Yeah. Especially, how about when you're trying to follow Bubba and you're not in one like that?
Oh, you can't keep up with it.
No.
You
No.
can't
Hey,
lead foot.
No, I've been letting it coast.
Them Germans really built one.
Yeah.
You can't hide money.
And they never saw a piece of electronics. They didn't go, hey, let's put it on the car.
Rick, I saw him pumping gas the other day. He didn't know I went, big money!
Sure.
Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
There it is. I need to add that to iTunes.
I heard that when you pulled in.
Don't
the
get
other
the
day.
explicit one.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
You might be offending your neighbors when you're coming down.
Well,
Like you like it with your hair.
It's y'all. Some
See
of
if you can
this.
find the one they call Sunday school version.
Yeah.
Get the Walmart cut.
Well, some of this is y'all's fault too.
What? What?
Yeah.
What?
Greg.
Sit
Greg,
back and let's watch the Spin Master.
Greg.
Here we go.
Now,
Here we
Greg
go.
and Hams get a pass on this because they wasn't involved in it.
Okay.
Speedy and I are involved.
You remember several years ago.
Other than me wouldn't give you the answer you wanted, you kept asking me day after day.
Hey, Rick, me too.
He was begging for help, Rick.
Hey,
You
Rick,
ignored him.
Several
so what are
years
you going to
ago.
do about the fact we don't have a company car anymore? Well, what I told you the last 3 days, I'm going to drive the.
I know it's not what you wanted to hear.
I'm going
but,
to drive our family van.
Plan still hasn't changed.
Me and Coach share some common things there. I'll just keep asking till I get the answer I want, or I think I hear it. Several years ago, we were asked to be part of a promotion, and it was benefiting cancer research, which we were all very much for.
Right.
And
if you claim you're benefiting cancer research by buying this car,
no,
I can't wait to see
No,
how you do.
I'm just telling you how all this got started.
We
okay?
did a remote.
I heard he bought it for the benefit of others.
Yeah. So there was a well-known brand and dealership that was behind this nationally, and because I'd never even drove one of their cars before, and it was, I think the name of it was called Drive for the Cure.
Right.
So they wanted us.
Is
to
this
get,
those very nice cars that really the name of them just 3 letters?
Yes, out of Bavarian.
They made
And
motorcycles too, right?
yes, and they wanted us to take their cars, their new cars,
Right.
and drive them up and down the interstate for
the
miles.
for the benefit of others.
For miles. I mean, they said, and really, when that promotion came out, I said, guys, I don't want to go do that. I don't want to go drive cars all day. That ain't no fun. I don't want to do that. And of course, y'all lean. Yeah, we need to do this. Got to do this. I said, well, it's good cause. It's a good cause. I'll go. I'm not going to drive.
Bubba,
I'm just going to go and
Bubba,
I'm going to be
I
there.
rode a bull, but I didn't buy one.
I'm going to be
thanks,
there,
Cancer
and I'm
Society.
going to support the cause
Yes, good.
because I believe in the cause.
Right.
And I got there, and then everybody started, come on, they started putting keys in my pocket, and pulling me to the car.
Take off, tennis bro.
Listen, they
And
made
all
him
that.
drive it.
Look,
They
I
made
didn't
him.
want to.
Look, we
I don't-
rode
I don't
rode
like
horses for Big O, but we didn't buy them.
Ain't been 1 cent.
So,
That's a great cause too.
so I'm there because I'm supporting the cause, but it really
Selfless.
wasn't my thing.
I got attacked by a canine, but
And-
didn't buy a German Shepherd.
And look, Don Juan was in on this too. I'm sorry, Greg. And he, and they put me and him in a car, and they it was a convertible, and they put the top down,
You didn't make him drive.
and they told us to ride up and down the interstate. Well, we got out there on the interstate, and man, that thing sure did drive good. And we got to driving around having fun, and I thought, what, that's pretty fun. I see why they like to drive these things now.
Yeah. Well,
And I think, I came back and we were joking about it. I said, they call it the ultimate driving machine, and there's a reason they do. It is.
Betty Lou.
So that's kind of the roots of where that. And that, you got to admit
you're
that
blaming
that was a great marketing thing on them. It got me, and I've tried to avoid it for a long time.
I got another. I got another.
How dare the Cancer Society?
Yeah, I got another idea what happened.
what
you know
do you think it was?
Well, Rick, I know you know what it was.
Greg,
Come
how
on
are you
now.
feeling?
Bubba, this is what it
Let's
was.
go,
Yeah. It must be the money, and you can't hide the money.
Betty, we were just hearing
You
about.
can't hide the fact I got to get to work.
Well, You know what?
Betty, how's that Tahoe?
You ever tried to get a?
How's that Tahoe that's out of warranty, Betty?
No.
Somehow, I think you can hide the money because it's well hidden from me. Somehow he's driving for the cause and I'm driving the curse. I don't know what's going on. What happened?
I'm driving the curse.
I've had it since Hunter was 4, and he's turning 13. You know.
Right.
So it's,
It's just now getting broke in good.
Bet if you
well,
were.
I know it. If I can just not scratch up my leg on this broken up leather seat here when I get in there. If y'all see me this summer with scratches all over my leg, that's what happened.
It's not the
But
cat.
Yeah. Well,
No, it's not the cat. It's
Betty,
the old Tahoe.
I wish you'd have heard him convincing me why he should do it. By the time he was done, I thought this guy's just serving his family by getting this sports car.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's serving the family. Yep. He's serving it up on the tennis court, driving his car to the same thing.
Now,
I
Betty,
have played a little better
Well, he
since
said
I got it. I don't know what
well,
it
he
is.
said he'll just meet you
Well-
at the beach. He'll go on by himself.
Yeah.
Right. At least he got one with a back seat. I mean, we were kind of toying around with the idea about getting one without a back seat until I reminded him of the children that we had. But anyway.
Oh,
I was
them.
like, well, somehow, I was like,
we got
well,
kids?
they can hold on to the back or sit in the trunk. I
You
don't
mean
know.
you mean them little people that live in our house?
Yeah.
all right, everybody, you in first, Caitlin. Everybody in the trunk. We're going to the beach.
Yeah. We can't have any luggage.
Look,
I gotta use the bathroom. Can you let me out?
we'll stop north of Montgomery and open it and let you get some air.
Betty, you know, being married to an only child, you do realize you'll never get in this car.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I mentioned driving it to go pick Hunter up the other day, and I thought you would have thought I had said, let's cut our heads off and go jump in the river, you know? But anyway,
So he had a horrified look on his face.
I mean, really. I mean, it's like, what?
Betty,
Where's my turtle wax? You know?
Where's
Betty, why do you think he got one?
Well, he has always loved BMWs. He's always loved them.
There
I
it
mean,
is.
at least since he drove. I guess it was that time. I
Wait a
don't know
minute.
how long ago it's
You
been.
remember the drive?
Wait a minute, Betty.
Yes,
You said
the
he did.
ultimate driving experience. I remember y'all going and driving these cars or whatever.
so
And
really-
I missed out on that.
You
I
gotta
didn't
be
get to
you
drive
gotta
one.
be careful how you look for the cure because they could hook you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know it. Somehow, surely Mercedes or somebody's looking for a cure for something. I mean, really. I mean, Lexus is looking for a cure. I think I might just go for that cause. I don't know.
Yeah, help them out.
Oh, boy.
This
Help
is
him
just
out.
owning me.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bubba, you realize what position you put yourself in here.
Well, look, and
Hey,
they-
somebody said the 2012 Tahoes was supporting diabetes. And I've always, I mean, it's been a burning desire.
I can't wait to listen to this on the
to find a
playback.
cure for diabetes. I mean, for a long time. So I'm going to
wanna help
support
'em out.
that.
Yeah.
I am.
And look, Betty makes a good point. Her car is getting, into the fourth quarter of its life, and
Oh,
she'll
evidently, she didn't make that point
and-
quite well enough.
and she'll be the next one. We're
She'll be the
alternating.
next one.
I'll
She'll
be
get
the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
6 years from
Nobody
now.
else can drive in our family. Yes. But anyway.
Yeah, right.
Well, you alternate. You can't just get all everybody one at one time.
Oh, wait a
Wow,
minute.
we gotta
wait a
take
minute.
care
Whoa,
of me
whoa.
first.
I had the older one, the higher mileage, so then it'll be
But
Betty
she has
next.
the kids, right?
Well, Hunter's turning 13. He'll be rolling in one here pretty quick.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll refab the Tahoe for him.
Yeah.
Well, Betty,
No, Bill's car had 20,000 more miles than mine, so he had the higher mileage.
But you're not bitter at
Is
all, are you,
that
honey?
higher or what?
It was close.
Well, Chaz says he's sorry.
Y'all remember, support diabetes.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.